Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keegan and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of the Supercoach Diaries. Before we get away, make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any of the Supercoach videos on this channel. And another week, another Supercoach, another poorly picked captain. That's going to be the theme for this episode, is poorly picked captains, because I am having an absolute torrid time at the moment. Before we do anything else, if you have a strategy or a trick or anything like that, how to pick the best captain possible, do let me know in the comments below, because I have got absolutely no idea and I'm having no luck with it. So I'm hoping someone out there might have a trick. It might just be the fact that I'm just picking the captain poorly. So this week I might actually leave to someone in my comments below to pick the captain for me, pretty much. Pick the captain for me. Tell me who you think I should put as my captain this week and see if you can do any better than I've been doing. As you can see, I actually had a pretty decent week. I got 2,302, but I think it was a high-scoring round for everyone. And that has put me at rank 15,524, which isn't awful because I want to be around 15,000. 15,524 is close. I would like to be below 15,000, but if I can hang around this area for the whole season, it's improvement from last season, which is great. And 3 of the 4 league wins. If you look at my leagues at the moment, I'm 5th, 8th, 4th, and 2nd. So overall in the leagues that I'm playing, it's not actually too bad. So let's get into the team. Let's show you how my team went, and let's have a look at the changes I'll be making this week. Here is how my team ended up after this round. So we had some really great performances. We had some average performances, and the issue was, as you can see on my bench, I had no subs. Everyone on my bench didn't actually end up playing, which was an issue. As you can see, if you look at my forward line reserves, I had Robbie Gray and Jack Martin, two a Gold Coast and a Port player who actually had the bye this past week. So it probably hurt my scoring a little bit if Robbie Gray and Jack Martin had played over, let's say, Spargo and Ridley. Oh, we can't really do that. But if they played over Spargo and Guelphy, then my score probably would have been a fair bit better. But we can't really complain about that. If you look through from the back line, Lloyd has hit a fine patch of form. Glad I've got him on him. Laird, as always, consistent. Sicily, okay. McGovern, okay. Richards was amazing. Great to see that. And Ridley was fine. He's a rookie. He's going to hopefully go up in price this week. Moving into the midfield, we got Fife 163. I wish he was my captain. Dangerfield with 133. He could have also been my captain. That wouldn't have been a problem. Cripps was my vice-captain pick, and he only got 97, which cut me up a lot. Mitchell got 116, which is okay. Crouch was 100. I'd hope he starts scoring a little bit more, but I think it was his first game back from injury, so I'm not going to be too bothered by 100. Caniglio with 138 was great. Martin with 105 was meh, and Phillips with 57 was eh. Into the rucks, Gorm was my other captain's pick, and he's what I stuck with as the captain at 114, which was a bit disappointing. It's not an awful captaincy score, but it could be a lot better, especially when you look up and you see Fife has 163, and you're like, well, that could have been my captain. And I would have had pretty much 98 points extra onto the top of my score, and that would push me over 2,400, which would have been a good score for this round. Martin with 134, which is a great score. Then you had Heaney, was great. Taranto was average. Fritsch was really good. Henry was really good. Gelfie was fine, and Spargo was fine for rookies. And yeah, that was my team. A lot of really good, great performances. Dangerfield, Fife, Caniglio, Mitchell, Lloyd, Heaney, Martin, all amazing performances. And there's some absolutely bang average performances like Cripps with 97's not great. Taranto with 53 is awful. And stuff, McGovern with 83 and Sicily at 85. You'd wanted them to be getting over 90 or 95. So that's how my team was. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, but hopefully this week we can start sorting it out. So I've got 2 trades. I've actually only got 16 trades left. So I want to try and limit the amount of trades I've got 527,000 left to use. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to improve the back line. But before we do that, I'm going to put the other players in that I think will play this week, and then I'm going to talk about who I think I might trade in. So when I do that and make those changes and I put Martin and Gray in, the team doesn't actually look that bad. Robbie Gray's an absolute gun. Heaney's a gun in that forward line. The forward line looks a bit stronger. So if I'm going to make improvements, it is either going to be to the back line or the forward line. I know there's one rookie this week. It's Timothy Smith. It tells me down here 29% of people have traded Timothy Smith in. And that is a real interesting proposition because I want him in for sure, but I know for Fritsch, Henry, Guelphy, and Spargo, they've still got a bit of money to make. So what I think I might do is, I think I might trade Taranto to the midfield and then churn Finlayson into Smith. And that will take me down to 15 trades. So let's do that first and then let's look where we're at. So as you can see, Timothy Smith is now in the team. And then I've also put Taranto onto the field. So actually that midfield is looking pretty strong. Taranto needs to start scoring a bit more. I brought him in and he's been okay, but he needs to start scoring a bit more. Otherwise I'm going to have to trade him in as well. So Timothy Smith will be a big scorer. So that leaves me with 15 trades left. I'm officially halfway through my trades for this season. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I've got 15 trades left and essentially I've got how many rookies on the field still? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. So if you think about that, that's 5 people, 5 trades I automatically need to use. I've got 738,000 salary. Like I've got a huge salary left, so that's not a massive issue for me. But the issue is if I run out of trades and I don't have enough trades to sort out a fully premium team to end the season with, it could be a problem. But I've got so much cash that I reckon I could probably do one trade now. The question is, who do I end up trading for? So the forward line is pretty rubbish, to be fair, but Taranto's usually down there. Taranto's just going to be up there for this week, and then hopefully I'll be able to bring him back with another trade in the forward line, and I can bring him back, and then I can find a rookie midfielder. But I think I might trade off. I think I'm going to trade Norton because I don't think Norton. If I look at Murphy, he's got a break even of 5. So when he does eventually come back in, he will make some money. I could also possibly Barry, but there's no way I can get Barry into the backline to trade. I've got no backline players that could play in the midfield. So what I might do is I might fix up my backline. So I'm going to trade. I think I'm going to trade Norton. So we're going to bring Norton in, and we're going to look at some options. So automatically looking off the top, this is sorting by total points. Let me just sort by average. So if you're looking at average, Webster's was a big one. He is having a huge, massive push at the moment. So he's probably a little bit expensive for me at the moment. Cade Simpson's one that, like, I talked about him at the start of the season as a player that is really could be a good pick, and he's been a pretty good pick, and I just haven't put him in the team. So what does it say about him? He was fantastic with 33 heals. Okay, fair enough. I can't really argue with that. His break-even's 87, so he's actually going to make a bit of money for us, which is good. It's not going to be a huge issue because if I trade Cade Simpson in now, he's going to be in my team for the whole season, barring major injury. So I reckon Cade Simpson goes in. I'm pretty happy with that. I can't really complain too much. The backline looks a lot better. Lloyd, Laird, Sicily, Simpson, and McGovern are pretty much all backline players that probably would have. That last person would probably, maybe, depending on how form keeps going, probably Webster might go into that backline, and the backline would be almost finished. That midfield can be upgraded, definitely, but at the moment it looks pretty strong. Any improvements I make for a little bit from now on, for a while anyway, will probably be focused on the forward line. But the forward line is just so uninspiring. Anyway, but as far as what I could do, I could switch Spargo, I could move Spargo into the midfield and Taranto back forward if I wanted to do that. But I think that the rookies in the forward line have a better chance of scoring higher than Ed Phillips, who'd be the only midfielder, or Spargo. Ed Phillips or Spargo. I think that I'd back these three in to score higher than either Phillips or Spargo. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. Taranto's just going to be in the midfield just for this week. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. As far as captaincy goes, I'm going to get you guys to help me with captaincy picks this week. But if I was picking the captain, I'd probably go with something like looking at what's on here. I'll probably put Fife as my captain to start with, because he's playing later in the week. And as a vice captain, as a first up pick, I might even go someone like not sure, maybe a Dangerfield, because I bloody can't trust the Suns. So maybe Dangerfield might go my vice captain. If Dangerfield gets a good score, keep Dangerfield as the captain. And if he doesn't get a good score, rely on Fife to score big against Collingwood the following week. But who knows? Let me know in the comments below who you think I should be making as captain, or any other trades you think I should bring into my forward line. If I had another trade this week, I'd probably make one more pick, and that might be Walters in. He's down 58, and that means that he's really, really affordable at the moment. So I might switch Sims into Walters depending, but at the moment, I'm pretty happy with Simpson in the back line, averaging over 100 for a defender. Really, really happy with that. But Walters could be someone I could look at, or Rockcliffe's there as well. But I've got a few options to pick from. But at the moment, I'm pretty happy with the way this team's looking, considering where we've come from. My captaincy picks, do let me know in the comments below who you think I should go as my captain and vice captain for this round. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos on this channel. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.